Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Nana and today we'll be doing a very late January wrap up. Let's get going. First of all, how do you like it? Like my new hair? Hello? And so, I did wash my hair so that's why it looks a little bit wet, but I ain't got a haircut. It was time, like my hair was kind of up to here, so yeah, it was time for it to go. It was just so dry and brittle, and the way how I found so many split ends and I kept pulling split ends. I know you're not supposed to do that, but yep, I got it. So, let's get going with my January wrap up. And this is gonna be annoying, so have fun. Anyways, so my first book is Society of Lies by Lauren Lane Brown. How far would you go to belong? Maya has returned to Princeton for her college reunion. It's been a decade since she graduated, and this visit is special because she will also be attending the graduation of her little sister Naomi. But what should have been a dream weekend because Maya's worst nightmare when she receives the news of that Naomi is dead. The police are calling it an accident, but Maya suspects that there's more to the story that they are letting on. So I gave these 3 stars. So it wasn't really bad, but I feel like there was something that definitely could have been improved. The first half of the book was done really good. I really liked the mystery aspect, and the back forth during the first half was great. I think there were like 2 timelines, so honestly I thought that was pretty well done for the first half of the book. And like how the first half was like between the settings and the two paths. And so I really liked that a lot. Like the vibe of the characters were also good. I really liked the unsettling feelings, and that was that well rounded. The pacing was really slow actually, so it kind of took a while to get to a decent amount of time to push through in the first book, or the first half I should say. The story started to lose itself in the second part. It was being messy with the execution and dulled kind of my reading experience with the whole book. The characters and the back and forth with the settings was quite tedious actually, so it just kind of went downhill after that, and so again the pacing just made things confusing, and like the repetition of the characters and settings. There was a lot of miscommunication between the sisters, which honestly I felt like it could have been avoided, but it never did because the book wants drama. So, and the whole communication thing was kind of silly to be honest. So it could have been so much better. So I gave up with the award and I ended up putting a paper clip because it was getting in my eyes. But my next book is You're Not Supposed to Die Tonight by Kaylin Byron. At Camp Mirror Lake, terror is the name of the game, but can you survive the night? Charity Curtis has the summer job of her dreams, playing the final girl at Camp Mirror Lake. Guests pay to be scared in this full-contact terror game as Charity and her summer crew recreate scenes from a classic slasher film, Curse of Camp Mirror Lake. The more realistic the fear, the better for business. But the last weekend of the season, Charity co-workers begin disappearing, and one ends up dead. Charity's role as the final girl suddenly becomes all too real. If Charity and her girlfriend, Bessie, hope to survive the night, they will need to figure out what this killer is after. Is there more to the story of Mirror Lake and its dangerous past than Charity ever suspected? We're gonna find out. I gave it 3.5. Honestly, the way how the author set up the first 2 characters, and there was like a lot of action, which was pretty good action, so I really quite enjoyed that. And so it had to set the time, the tone of the book. The pace was really slow as well, and it didn't seem like it was going anywhere until halfway off the book. There was a lot of build-up, but I feel like it wasn't enough to actually pay off for the plot when it had started to set up. It just kind of broken down, unfortunately, but the story did, it was kind of like a weird turn. I don't know how to explain it. It was just weird, almost as if it wasn't supposed to be like that. And so, it just didn't really suit the setting from the beginning that it had originally been set up. It seemed confusing as to why that would be the main point, and with the slasher paranormal element, I did like the creepy atmosphere, but then the ending was kind of unrealistic and it felt flat, and the book felt actually too short and it could have been added like way more in depth if the book was actually longer, because there were some things that were kind of like, what's going on here? So it kind of added like more explanations to the stories. So, but the beginning was honestly so good. I really liked the beginning. I actually didn't realize I kind of read a lot of thrillers for January. Oh well, I liked it. And my next book is The Blood Dice First by Joelle Wellington. A group of friends fight to choose their own fates about a demonic force that acts according to horror movie rules in the spirit of the Scream movies. I actually never watched any Scream movies, so I don't know if they're any good, let me know. I did finally watch The Conjuring. Honestly, I kind of felt disappointed by it. I don't know if it's because I kind of watched it with the wrong mood, and then like the wrong tone, I should say. Like, I watched it on an airplane, so because I got hours to kill, because I was going to Europe. So that might have been why of my dislike. But, yeah, so that could have been why, because, you know, we were just surrounded by people. But I think that's why I killed it, so maybe I might rewatch it. I'm not sure, so I don't know. I kind of was really just hoping to like actually really love the movie that everyone is so fond of, but I don't know, I just kind of got disappointed by it. So I actually felt really annoyed by this book. Like, I think it's because of the I broke the spine. Okay, that's okay. Like, I think it's because the way of how the narrator was narrating the story, it felt like too young, like too young adult book kind of thing. I don't know, it was just so immature at times, so I don't know, like the characters were just really annoying the hell out of me. And so, that's fun. Yeah, and then like the characters were honestly like acting that were immature. I couldn't honestly mislead reading at some point, but somehow I just pushed myself through, because I think it was like when I halfway off the book, I'm like, oh, let's just finish it. So I eventually quit. The story was really slow, and it finally picked up after the whole Ouija board, and the execution could have been better. The group dynamic was strong, which I liked, as well as the action scenes, and that was basically it. This book is like, I feel like it was definitely for the younger audience, but I just hated the characters so much, and I gave it a 2.5 stars. I just hated the characters. Oh my god, that was so annoying. Alright, I popped in a brand new battery. I feel like a brand new woman. Hell no. So yeah, my camera battery was dying, so I had to put a new one. But anyways, my next book is The Master of the Jinn by P. Dejali Clark. I'm so sorry if I said the name wrong. Canio, 1912. Though Fatima el-Shawani is the youngest woman working for the Ministry of Alchemy, Enchantments and Supernatural Entities, she's simply not a rookie, especially after preventing the destruction of the universe last summer. So when someone murders a secret brotherhood dedicated to one of the most famous men in history, Agent Fatima is called out of the case. Al-Ahazi just filmed the world 50 years ago when he opened up the veil between the magical and mundane realms before vanishing into the unknown. This murderer claims to be Al-Ahazi, returned to redeem the modern age for of social oppressions. His dangerous magical abilities instigate unrest in the streets, Arcadia, that threatens spill over onto the global stage. I gave it 4 stars. The story was honestly kind of a mix. It did have a detective story and in a steampunk fantasy. The characters were pretty enjoyable, and I liked how the author wrote Hania as she had worn a hijab, and the way how she was written was honestly nicely done. So I feel like Hania represented the people hijab like really well, like the character who was it, and like how she wasn't being oppressed by her hijab. So I thought her character was written really well. And the world building was really nice, and I think the use of words from different languages like Arabic was also nicely done, so I really enjoyed that too. The plot was pretty nice, and the mystery was okay, but like honestly the story was pretty fun to read, so I really had a fun time with that, so I totally recommend this book. So yeah, it's really fun. And my last book is A Door in the Dark by Scott Rillington. So this is one of us lying meets a deadly education that follows 6 teenage wizards as they fight to make it home alive after a malfunctioning spell leaves them stranded in the wilderness. So it's like a thriller fantasy kind of thing. And I gave it 3 stars. And so I'm not sure if I like the main character in Red. She is probably the most selfish protagonist I have ever read. And there is no explanation, and she just, that she can justify as to why she acted that way in the book. Like, holy crap. I actually wanted her to be killed off, so, wow. But, holy crap, was she selfish. And her brutal acts as well, because, she lives for revenge. She used, I kind of feel bad for the guy, but we have a guy named Theo, and Red just basically used Theo as an object to be used and then later discarded instead of, recognizing him as a human being, but nope, she kind of tossed him out as if he was a toy. So I'm like, wow, okay. So I feel for Theo. But I didn't I didn't really like how Red used him in that way, and the story didn't have much, high stakes, but the magic was really good. I really liked the magic system. So there was a lot of creatures and mysterious places, but none were really quite in depth, so I almost feel like they were there just for the sake of being there. I kind of wanted to know more about those places. And the ending was, I don't know, the ending was kind of bad, to be honest, only because of Ren and her selfish act. The romance, I hated the romance, it just felt forced and none of the characters had chemistry to it, so, honestly, to all the authors writing romance, if you need to have romance, that's fine, but actually make it make sense. Don't just put it in there just for the sake of romance because it's popular right now. So, if you need to have romance, make it because you actually, there's actually a reason for it. I don't know, just my piece of advice, but yeah, those are all the books I have read, so not too many. These were all audiobooks I have yet to read physically. I don't know when that will be because I'm actually missing to read some physical books. I missed them. I have a whole bunch that needs to be read and I just don't have it in me right now, so I feel so sad. But, yeah, also, I still have my Christmas decorations and my excuse is that we have snow outside. So, oh well, but it's actually nice though. Yesterday was minus 34 degrees Celsius. It was way too cold, honey, and now it's 7 degrees, just like that. I'm like, wow. So, yeah, those are the books I read in January. Let me know what you had read, and please like, comment, subscribe so you'll be notified every time I post. And I'll see you on my next one. Bye!